Travis Wingutsil. It's now national news. 2 Utah kindergartners are threatening another kindergartner with deportation. Mormon kids, born and raised to hate. My God. This is what I've been warning everybody. That Mormons are pure evil. They are raised that way. The church leaders taught them that way. The Mormons believe that's Jesus' teachings. To hate. And so when Mormons read their own Book of Mormon, all they interpret is hate, 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 hate. They miss the whole message. Their level of comprehension just takes a nosedive. In primary, in the homes. See, I was born and raised Mormon myself. I know. I had parents who were alt-right, white supremacist, Nazi Mormons. Both my parents served missions. I know what I'm talking about. And so why no one wants to believe me? Why Mormons think that, oh, I'm just going to put a thumbs down. I'll show Travis. It's just hate. Babies love, which means they have to be taught to hate. We've been hearing in the news of the crimes of bishops raping women, teenagers, primary presidents raping their primary students, the Josh Powell's father taking photographs of little girls in his bathroom. And that's just the perverted sexual stuff. We have cops here in Utah, Mormon cops, who are trigger happy, blowing away people who are unarmed. And even worse, these people are also being reported as being diagnosed as mentally ill. Cops just blowing them away. And so when I come around and I say, hey, the Mormon church had me disappeared for 6 years of my life, everybody's like, yeah, whatever. It's like, you guys watch the movies, don't you? Where a mafia disappears somebody? That's what they do in Utah. And now it's national news. Everybody now knows Mormon kids are raised in hate. But they don't see it. All they see is the news report that 2 kids threatened deportation to another kid. They don't understand that it's Mormon teaching. It wasn't Trump. Trump just was the key to unlock the Mormon hate. As their parents were watching Fox News and Trump's rallies, the little kindergartners watching along with them. I mean, what do we do, Mormons? What do we do? Your hatred has to stop. You can't run society like this. There are far too many victims. The number of women who have been raped, whose rape kits are piling up faster than they can process them, since they began starting to process them in 2017. The number of murders, We had that other Mormon who was living in Arizona who married the other Mormon nutcase up in Rexburg, who's now disappeared her kids. See what I mean? You guys are so brainwashed that you just don't get it. You don't see it. My hell. I mean, little kindergartners. I mean, it's bad enough that my kids were abducted and I didn't get to raise them properly. They got raised incorrectly by their mother, who abandoned the marriage, who kidnapped them, who fled the country. And now they're brainwashed so that they don't want anything to do with me. They're all over 18. They can freely contact me if they wanted to. But they don't, because of their mother's teachings. Their Mormon mother's teachings. And when we protest here in Utah, we get arrested, removed from society, forced to declare guilt, or we're locked up indefinitely. And then Mormons, they'll just be quiet. They'll just go mind their own business, not talk about it, be silent, and hope it all goes away. And then they'll resume until the next time it gets exposed. That's what they're taught. That's what they do. They're like cockroaches, literally like cockroaches. I was in New York, I know what cockroaches do. When the lights are out, they're everywhere. You flip on the lights, they all scatter into the holes and hide until you turn off the lights again. That's Mormons with their behavior and actions of hate. That destroys nations. It destroys societies. It destroys neighborhoods. It destroys relationships. It does not make for a better society. It does not make America great. It does not make the church true. You know that. What it means is the church is not true. It is nowhere near true. It is far from true. Shall I read to you from the first vision? This is the bicentennial year, all about the first vision. Shall we? Verse 19 in the Joseph Smith history. I was answered that I must join none of them. We're not Christian, remember? For they were all wrong. We're not Christian. And the personage who addressed me said that all their creeds were an abomination in his sight. The reason why they're an abomination is because they don't preach the true Jesus. They teach another Jesus, an idol Jesus. That those professors were all corrupt. That, now listen carefully, they draw near to me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They teach for doctrines the commandments of men, having a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. That's you, Mormons. You draw near to the Lord with your lips when you go to church on Sunday, on fast and testimony meetings, or when you meet others in the neighborhood. You all have your lips to Jesus, but your hearts are nowhere near him. You don't know him. Not when you preach this hate. Not when you act out in hate. You don't know Jesus. You're teaching some other doctrine. And it may have an outward appearance of a sheep, but inwardly you're a ravening wolf. And you sicken me. My whole life you guys have sickened me. And you're going to hate me because that's what you are. Haters. Shame on all of you.